Congratulations, you are showing up, you are creating content, and you are building visibility online. And I'm sure you're wondering, so what happens next? Am I going to keep creating content on a daily basis? What's going to happen? How am I going to monetize this skill set? That is where the beauty of a lead magnet comes in. Your lead magnet is going to turn your followers, your audience into paying clients. And that's why in today's video, I am going to be teaching you how to build yourself a lead magnet. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adeyinka and I help working professionals monetize their skill set and build a six-figure business without having to quit their jobs. So right now, it's time for us to create ourselves a lead magnet. But you might be wondering, so what is a lead magnet? A lead magnet is basically any valuable resource that pulls your audience closer to you. It's an opportunity for you to build authority. It's an opportunity for you to build trust so that people just don't know you on that surface level. They see you in action. They see a piece of you. When they go through your lead magnet and they see the value that you give to them, then they begin to trust that, hey, if we go with this person is likely to transform our life. So your promise becomes real to them, right? Because every day, people watch us online every day and they don't trust us yet because they're like, okay, is she just talking? Can she really do what she's saying that she can do? But that lead magnet gives them that opportunity to see a piece of you because it's a much deeper space than just the regular content that you're creating on a day-to-day basis. And that's why that lead magnet is that magnet source that pulls them closer to you. Because one thing that would also happen is after you're done creating your lead magnet, in order for your audience to grab a copy, they're going to need to give you their email address. And when they give you that email address, it means that they kind of trust you because not everybody's going to give out their email address. So if they're willing to give out their email address in exchange for that lead resource that you want to give to them, then it's a bit of trust that you're building. And when whatever resource you give to them holds true and holds value, then they further trust you. And guess what? You can then start, nurturing that audience, sending them, more regular and more updated content that is much deeper than what you show maybe on social media and the likes. So now you might be thinking, do I really need a lead magnet? Yes, you do. And you want to know why? Because that lead magnet is going to further establish yourself as an authority. Like I said, it's going to make people trust you. It's going to make people get to know you more. It's also going to make people get a feel of what you can do for them, And then another amazing thing is it also filters out your audience because everybody and anybody can watch, any content that you pull out there. For example, this video, anybody can watch it, right? But if I put out a lead magnet out there and people are interested in dropping their contact in exchange for that lead magnet, then it shows that they kind of trust me and they want to know what is deeper because whatever it is I'm going to share in that lead magnet will be much more actionable than what I probably share on my everyday videos, right? Because it will be actionable steps that will get them from point A to point B. And so when they get that information, I'm able to build my authority with them. They trust me even more. I have filtered out that audience. So I know that this audience, they're interested in what I have to say. They're interested in what I have to do and what I can do. And they're interested in the promise that I am making. So then you're sure that these people, they're no longer cold. They are now warm. And once you keep nurturing them, then they end up turning into your paying clients. And that's how you monetize your skill set. And that's why this piece is very important because we just don't want to keep on, creating endless content day after day. We have to turn our audience into paying clients. We have to fulfill on the promise that we've set out and we've made for these people. And so that's one of the reasons why having a lead magnet is extremely important. And I learned this the hard way because back in the day, when I monetized my agile knowledge, I did not create a lead magnet on time. And so for the longest time, I was just creating content and wondering why, I didn't have any clients that were reaching out. Nobody was interested. But meanwhile, I saw quite a bit of comments. And then one day, I was like, maybe I need to do something extra. And that's how I came across this whole lead magnet. And the minute I dropped out a lead magnet, oh my goodness, I had over 500 email lists in a week. So it is so important that you build yourself a lead magnet up front, okay? And I know that some of you might be new to the game, and so you're wondering, okay, what is the process? How do we even actually build this out? Don't worry, that's what this video is all about. Because I just created my own lead magnet, so you are in the right place because I'm going to be walking you through step by step how to get started with yours. All right, so in order for you to build a lead magnet, there is like a 5-step framework that I had to go through, and that's what I'm going to be sharing with you. So the first step is for you to pick one clear problem you want to solve, right? Now you understand your target audience, you understand their pain points, you understand where they are, and you understand where you want to take them to. What is that one thing that you can solve right away for your audience? That's what I want you to think about, because that's the problem that you're going to solve with that lead magnet. And so it's very important that you pick out one clear problem. And I want you to stick to one because it's just a lead magnet. It's a free product. You don't want to overwhelm them with a lot of things to do. So just stick to one. And one hint I would give to you is focus on one problem that you believe that your audience wants to solve really fast, because that will get them interested in reaching out to you and clicking, and giving out their email in exchange for your lead magnet, because they see an obvious problem that they'll like to get rid of almost immediately. So if they see someone who is promising them with the right information to help them get rid of that problem, then it's a yes, they would sign up right away. Now, the second step when it comes to building a lead magnet is to make sure that it's easy to consume. And that's why having a PDF is a great one to create, because it's easy for your audience to read, it's easy for them to download, and it's just very easy to source for, right? So having a PDF as an option is something that is very powerful. So as you think about creating your own lead magnet, a good PDF that has great information, and not just dumping information, but the right information that solves a problem, is your go-to. Now, also for some people, making a short video might also be quicker. Whether it's a 5-minute video that solves a problem, it might be quick, whatever works for you. So whether it's a PDF, it's a checklist, or a short video, anything that is easy to consume is what you want to do. So you don't want to spend all your time creating a whole book, or spend all of your time creating like an hour-long video. Keep it short, keep it actionable, and ensure that it solves a problem. Now, the third step in this framework is to ensure that you make it actionable. People don't just want information. People want things that can help them solve a problem. So remember that once you pick one clear problem to solve, you make it easy to consume. You have to then ensure that it's something that is actionable, meaning that with that information, I can go from A to B, okay? So when you're thinking of building out your magnets, you want to add things like prompts, you want to add questions, frameworks, and mini action steps. This builds trust and it builds momentum. And I'm going to be sharing, my own concept with you so that you have an idea of how it works. Okay, I'm going to drop a link at the end of this video where you can go to my lead magnet and then just see how I built it out and see what information might actually contain so that it can help you build yours. Okay. Now, when it comes to building a lead magnet, you definitely want to give it a compelling name, right? Something that is actionable, something that is nice, something that grabs attention, right? So you could use words like blueprint, a cheat sheet, a guide, a checklist, a toolkit, any of those fun names that, it just spells out action to your audience. And they know that if they grab this copy, they can solve an immediate problem with it. Now, for example, for my own skill set, I'm monetizing, which is my business skill set. I built a lead magnet and I called it the business structure blueprint. Build a business that runs without you. Now, you can imagine if my audience sees that lead magnet, they're like, oh my goodness, really? This is a blueprint. This is going to tell me what I need to be able to build a business that can function without my everyday involvement. So you see how immediately it draws them in and they're more than interested, to want to opt in and get themselves a copy. So those are the ideas that you want to have. So it's pretty easy and it's pretty quick and it's pretty straightforward. Once you go through this framework that I've shared with you, you will be able to create yours in no time. And I'm also going to drop you a link to my own lead magnet so that you can go through it and see how I created mine so that you can create yours in the same way. Now, something else that is also very important in your lead magnets is to ensure that you're not just giving them, information and helping them solve a problem. You also want to progress that conversation, right? Because remember that for them to sign up for it, they trust you to an extent. And so after they've consumed that information and done something about it, you want to give them to the next step, right? Either you want them to book a call with you, or if you want them to watch a particular video, or you want them to join your email list, or you want them to, send you a private message so that you can further help them, you want to ensure that you're including a call to action in your lead magnet, because that then helps them and tells them that, okay, if I need further help, I can always go back to this person and this person can show me the next step in that process so that I can get to my end result. So make sure that you follow these steps and this framework as you are building your own lead magnet. And once you are done with it, then you are ready to publish and ready to go. Now, when it comes to publishing, I use Flowdesk, right? So Flowdesk is pretty easy, and I was able to create a lead magnet in under 2 hours because Flowdesk is super easy. It's a tool. You want to check it out. And basically, you just create an account, you create a form, you design it, you customize it. And once you're done creating your lead magnet, you can then drop it. If you have a Google Drive, you can drop it in your Google Drive and then add the link to your Flowdesk tool, right? So remember that depending on the lead magnet that you choose. So for me, I chose a PDF, right? So I created about a 10-page document that helps my audience solve a particular problem. And I created it in a PDF. I dropped it in my Google Drive and I took that link and put it in Flowdesk. And so when you click on my Flowdesk link, you're going to have to sign up and it's going to take you to that page where you're then able to download that lead magnet. So it's very easy to do. Now, when it comes to tools, so some of the tools you're going to need is you're going to need Canva for design because you want to make your lead magnet look very pretty. So you're going to use Canva. Canva has a free edition that you can always sign up to create a pretty, cover page for your lead magnets if you're going to be going through the PDF route. And then, you have Google Docs that you can use to kind of like save that document. And then Flowdesk is what you're going to use to deliver it. And then you are good to go. And guess what? You can then drop that Flowdesk link in your social media, or if you're on YouTube, drop that link everywhere your clients might find you so that as they consume your day-to-day content, you can always refer them to click the link in their bio, to grab a copy of the lead magnet that you've created for them. And if it's valuable, they're going to opt in, grab themselves a copy. And if they love what you are doing, then that moves you closer to getting yourself a paid client. Remember that we have an 8-week roadmap to landing ourselves a client. So we want to be intentional about the things that we're doing on a day-to-day basis to get us to that finish line. So I want you to get to work today. Get working, right? Watch this video over and over again if you feel like, hey, you forgot some steps, but it's real easy for you to go through it. And once you grab a copy of my own lead magnet, it would help you and make things a whole lot easier for you. So it's nothing for you to worry about, but this is a compulsory step that we have to do so that we're not just posting endlessly, but we are turning our cold audience into warm audience. We're building trust, we're building authority, and at the end of the day, we are on our way to landing ourselves our first paying client. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for returning if you're coming back, and if it's your first time, you have lots of videos to catch up because this is a whole series as I am documenting my day-to-day process of monetizing my skill set and building myself a 6-figure business. So I hope that you guys have a great time. Make sure that you get to work, get to action, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.